Hey, what's going on, Underdevelopers? Welcome back to our channel here, Underdeveloped, where we cover everything on movies and television and whatnot. And today we have a movie review for you guys for The Fall Guy, directed by David Leitch, and is also based off of some 80s television show.
Yeah. We are not super familiar with the show, but we are more familiar with the works of David Leitch himself, who directed Bullet Train, which you did cover on the channel.
Atomic Blonde.
And Deadpool, too.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's done some pretty notable movies under his belt.
Yeah, specific movies, very action-centric. So
yes.
It makes sense that he has this to his resume.
Action movies that have kind of a comedic element to them, just like this
that's
one.
His thing, so he's kind of going on. This is just another notch in his belt.
Exactly. Like, he's found his niche, and he's rolling with it, and he's doing good.
Hollywood is all about branding. God forbid you try to step out your territory.
God forbid you try to do many things.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought this was a fun ride. I wasn't really sure what to think going into it because we've seen this trailer before going into a lot of the other movies we've seen, and I never really was like it never really was like that crazy. I'm like, okay, it looks like it won't be that funny, but
it didn't, like a generic action movie.
It looked kind of whatever.
Action comedy, but I did like Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. I'm like, this movie's kind of beneath him. You come from like monstrally successful movies.
Yeah.
To do this is like, kind of beneath you at this point.
But now
and you already played a stuntman in the past. It's like, you want to just have this reputation of playing stunt drivers?
Yeah, I guess. But hey, now actually sitting down and seeing the movie, I'm like, okay, the trailers really do this movie kind of disservice. It's not nearly as bad. It's actually quite good.
And if you think about it, what's his name? After Bradley Pitt. After Bradley Pitt won his Oscar for supporting actor, he went and did what? A David Leitch movie, Bullet Train.
Yeah, he did.
Excuse me. So think about that.
Yeah, maybe David Leitch is just that kind of director that people just want to work with.
Yeah, he kind of did an Oscar-worthy movie. Not got nominated. So I'm gonna peel back and do something fun.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have a fun action movie on a train, cause fuck it.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 because Bullet Train was pretty good.
Yeah.
And it has the same niche too. It's not perfect. It's a little cringy, it's a little corny, but it's kind of playing into the whole corn. The corn plays into the whole idea of what he's trying to do, anyways. He's recreating those like cheeseball action flicks of the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Though what they're saying, I do think that Bullet Train is funnier than this. Like Fall Guy didn't get that many laughs out of me. Of like, okay. There's a lot of instances where the humor is kind of like it's humorous, entertaining, but it's not like enough to make me laugh.
I mean, in the theater, quite a few people laughed.
I know,
quite a bit.
I know people were, but I'm like, I don't know, like it really wasn't like laugh out loud funny for me for a good chunk of the movie.
I say so. I had some funny moments, but
it did.
I say in terms of funny, Bullet Train got it better. Bullet Train may even be a better movie. I don't know.
I personally think so, but this is still good.
But this is to me, this is close. This is pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I thought this movie kicked a lot of ass. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty dope.
This is a solid movie.
Yeah, this is a pretty good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is definitely the best action movie we've seen in a couple weeks. Because the last action movie we saw was not nearly as good as this.
Yeah, it's Argyle. It's reminds me of Argyle, but this succeeded where Argyle failed. Argyle had this thing going on where they were trying to be like the Scream of spy movies, where you see them, where
it's trying to be serious, it's trying to be goofy, and trying to be meta at the same time.
You explain it for me. Let me get my idea out. So like basically the idea of why I make that comparison is that what Argyle tried to do, they tried to be the Scream of spy movies, thus meaning I'm gonna be a serious, I'm gonna like be like a real spy movie, but at the same time within this movie I'm gonna be dropping
meta.
What's the word? Yeah, I'm dropping meta references. I'm dropping meta references
to the genre.
Yeah, to the genre throughout the movie. You know what I mean? So it's like so it is you're getting a quality spy movie, but you're also making fun of it at the same time, which is what Scream was. At least how I interpreted it.
Yeah,
because it actually was a slasher movie. We have to figure it out, but also at the same time making fun of the whole tropes while they're doing it. So it's meta and a real one at the same time.
Or at the very least, that's what Argyle tried to do.
Yes, Argyle tried to be, but the tone was just too over the place.
Like very consistent.
In a few things I thought was great, like the constant. Like the constant backstabbing and realizing, oh, this is the real villain, that's the real villain. These constant shifts and like in the whodunit, and like, oh, is this person? Oh, this is the real plot. No, this is a backstab, and this is really this. Like that's a big thing in these kind of movies, that kind of shock value, and they kind of really put in it, but kind of doubling down. I thought that was pretty brilliant. but that's like the best of the movie. That's the peak of the movie. You know what I mean? And also good chemistry between Sam Rockwell. I thought it was a lot better than people give it credit for, but in the same sense, it was all over the place in terms of tone, and in ways didn't really know what it wanted to be. This movie, by the way, doesn't really have it's consistent in tone pretty much throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it just flows better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With like Argyle had potential. Argyle had a lot of potential. Argyle was not a horrible movie, but it did suffer from constant drastic tone shifts that made the movie feel inconsistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was clumsily prepped.
Very
But
clumsy.
the ideas were there and very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't boring. Like
No.
I think I gave it like a 60s, which is deserved. Like I don't think it was like 30s bad, like how you try to give it.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
But this movie kind of ironed out what that movie did wrong.
Exactly.
Because it kind of had the same idea, but about action flicks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of making fun of the action genre while being an action movie at the same time. But we fully know the whole time this is just bullshit.
Yes.
They were over the top, and we know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the movies is like, hey, we're a batshit crazy old school action movie, and we know that's what we are, and we're not trying to be anything else.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to prove you otherwise. And there's respecting that. I'm like, okay, I'm down. I'm down for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten these kind of movies in a long time.
Yeah, we really don't get them super often anymore. Pretty
really.
rarely.
You know what I mean? And this just shows that Ryan Gosling just works better in comedic roles than he does in serious roles.
Oh, hard agree.
Like he had success in serious movies. That's what got him big, but he doesn't do much. He just sits there like in Blade Runner and Drive. To me, I just think he just still and just makes the same face.
I agree. I hate him in serious roles
Like
so
he
much.
just doesn't.
I think he's so boring.
He's so boring. He just doesn't do anything. He's a leader with no.
But in
it
comedy,
really dies
he's
down
pretty
his charisma.
Yeah.
But in comedy, it really shows his comedic chops, and he really has a personality in these movies. He shines as well because he could also bring true acting chops while delivering comedy. Like Ken was like one of his best roles because
he was fantastic.
He's
as
hilarious
Ken.
in that. But he's also shown that he can act because he's also pulling it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's pulling off the performances while being great with comedic timing. I think he really is true calling as a comedic actor.
Hard agree.
But like a comedic actor / dramedy. He can, that's his lane.
Yeah.
And I think Mark Wahlberg too, in a way, because Mark Wahlberg, I think, finally found success. He's good at playing the serious guys in comedy because he has a very jokey demeanor. Like
he's a good straight man.
Exactly, because you can't take him seriously. But that's what makes him work so well in comedies.
Yeah.
He could be straight man that's a little sarcastic in these comedic movies. I think it works. That's what him and Will Ferrell works. Will Ferrell comes with the manic, over the top energy.
Yeah.
While he comes with the straight man.
That's
so
what
they
made
make
the
a
other
good
guys
combo.
work as a movie.
That's what made the other guys work. That's what made Daddy's Homework. That's what made these movies work. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I really think he could really shine. In those, but even though I do think Mark Wahlberg has more dramatic chops personally than
Gosling.
Gosling doesn't have much to do in it.
No.
Like there's a few movies I still haven't seen from Gosling, but the dramas that I have seen that got him a lot of accolades just was whatever for me.
Yeah.
Didn't do much.
I've never really gotten much of Gosling's serious performances.
Yeah.
But comedic-wise, he's generally pretty good. Sometimes even brilliant.
He's always landed for me in the more comedic roles.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that's where he truly shines. Hard agree.
He shined to me in what's that fucking movie? Crazy Stupid Love, which is a rom-com.
Yeah, he was good in that.
He shined in that. He shined in The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe.
Didn't see it, but I'll take your word for that.
That read about Shane Black is one of his better movies for sure. Yeah, it's pretty much like a 70s style buddy cop comedy drama mystery.
Cool.
Kind of vibe. As well as, you know what I mean, Big Short was great in that. He's funny. So yes, all these like roles that cause to be funny, he always kills. He always crushes.
Yeah. Always. He's generally just good in comedies.
Yeah.
I
think he also did another one, Gray Man, last year. Like that.
Was that comedy?
I don't know if it's kind of, but it was like another Netflix movie that came out last year.
Yeah.
Chris Evans done a couple too. But Chris Evans could actually pull up both. He could be funny and he could be serious.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
He really has that range.
But I don't think Gosling, even though I like Gosling a lot, I don't think he has that same range.
Agree.
Even though some of the movies he did found success, doesn't mean he did a great job.
No,
I
there's a
think
big
it's
difference
overrated.
between being successful and being good.
Yeah, I don't
big
think he was
difference.
successful, but it wasn't that good to me.
Yeah.
At least his end. But this one, yeah, it shows that this is his calling. It's where he shines at.
Yeah, because he's good. Because he does another good job here yet again with the Fall Guy. He's as good as Colt. He's good. It's this whack job fucking fucking stunt driver who's like just drunk and depressed and trying to pick his life back up together. I'm like, okay, I buy this. He's good here.
Yeah. And his chemistry with Emily Blunt is there. It's great.
Yeah. Honestly, I generally just like the cast in general. I don't
Yeah,
have any
all of them
complaints.
did very well.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Johnson was great as the villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, as predictable as a villain twist as that
exactly.
was.
Yeah.
He did make it work because he was fun the role.
Exactly.
He could tell he really had a good time. He got a good time playing
times
this.
being an asshole. Hannah Waddingham also, which is good because when I first introduced him, he was through Kick-Ass, and he played pretty much a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now he's like the hot guy. You know?
Yeah, no, he's the exact opposite of what Kick-Ass was.
It's like you saw Kick-Ass? Yeah. He's that opposite of what he was. He was like a dork and always get beat up, and now he's like the Kick-Ass. Now he's actually a Kick-Ass fucking superhero, badass, handsome guy. You know what I mean? Like it's a full change.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he was good looking until I really saw him in these other movies. I'm like, oh, he's actually like a hunk. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? I thought he was a dork. There's a lot of things about perception, how you behave, man.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Alter like way you dress to how you act could really alter like your look.
Personality is sexy people. Relax.
Yeah, not personality, but also his look too, because he looked like a nerd. He dressed like a nerd, but once he took it off and he actually just highlighted his body and his more clothes acted different, the combination made him look taken more seriously. That's also what you wear also to make deterrent. Because really not what you wear indicates to people how to treat you or what kind of person you are. You know what I mean? You know, some people don't value like clothes, what it is, but the reality of it is people judge you based off your appearance, and clothes is a big part of it. For example, if you want a lawyer to represent you, or you go for the guy that's wearing a fucking, you know what I mean, a suit with fucking his shirt hanging off and disheveled, or the one with a power suit that looks like it's $2,000. I'm going for the guy with $2,000 suit because I'm thinking that guy means business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is so it's how you present yourself. You know what I mean? So if you dress a certain way, if you dress really fashionable in school, I'm assuming you're a fashion guy. You know what I mean? Like if you have like one shoe on, you know what I mean? Your clothes look shitty and click it on, I'm assuming you're poor. That's how the world is. You know what I mean? So going back to the original point, so that plays into him wearing what he was mixed with acting, of course, because like he acts differently, but he also looks differently too, which makes you believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's that combination, you know, like of his appearance / his performance that makes me look at him and that's great because he's almost going into a whole new pigeonhole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is great because not a lot of actors could pull that off.
No.
Doing a full 180 switch like that. That's pretty much it. I mean, Hannah Waddingham, she shines as a shifty producer.
Yeah.
Who's obviously in it. It wasn't a big fucking twist.
No.
Like this movie is nothing really added.
It's not surprising at all.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
much
no surprises.
It's a standard textbook movie with no real surprises. So it does dock points because it's a lack of originality, but the presentation was very well done.
It was. Yeah. It was like all the actors did the part. The stunts are great. The action scenes are great. Were probably the most creative parts of the movie.
Yeah, man. Especially the final sequence. Oh my god.
Yeah, that climax really sold me on this movie. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
This is good.
As I said, this movie kicks ass, dude.
Yeah.
If you want a good fucking time, you want to have some popcorn, bring some friends, this is a movie for you. This is a hit.
Easy.
I give you my cosign on the Fall Guy.
If you're looking for an action movie to go see, and you're thinking about either this or Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, pick this. This
is probably better. Yeah,
this is
you actually get personality in this one. It's just not action, you know.
Yeah. This has a little bit of everything, and I like that.
Yeah, this movie, David Leitch is now 3 for 3 or 4 for 4. Only saw one other movie, but I heard Tommy Blind. Those other movies were good that he did.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst of the bunch I've seen. Other movies he done.
I don't know. I like Deadpool 2 a tiny bit more than this, but less than Bullet Train.
Really? I mean, I saw Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 was... I mean, Deadpool 2 was good, but just, I don't know. I think I like this movie a little better, but that's just me. I just wasn't that impressed by Deadpool 2. But then, I mean, I thought the one was better because I mean, guess because it introduced the character, and I got more consumed with it. But, I mean, I did think the second one did a lot of things that I thought made a lot of good decisions. Like, Cable wasn't like a standard villain. Like, Cable actually, you know what I mean? They actually went a different direction which I thought was cool. And they had some cool side characters. But if I'm comparing all movies he done, that's probably one I've seen. That's probably the one that's the least favorite. But doesn't I don't take anything away. As I said, it was a solid sequel. Anyways, yeah, I'll say give this movie a watch. I give my scores. So my score for this movie is an 88.
I'm gonna go with an 83 personally.
Sure.
Damn good action movie. Comedy's a little light for me, but hey, still entertaining time and highly recommend.
I mean, I don't think it has to be super funny as long as it's entertaining. You know what I mean? Because it's the prime function. This is not necessarily the comedy.
Yeah, but there's so many times where they're very clearly trying to get a laugh out of me, and I'm
mean,
like,
that's you, but fair enough. This is your review.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the audience was obviously like cracking up, so they did something right, I guess. And I laughed a couple times too, but in terms of like, yeah, this movie definitely had moments I was like, okay, I thought it fell flat, but it did have humorous moments, especially from Gosling. So they do deliver on it. But if you compare it to maybe other stuff, maybe it falls short. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I thought Bullet Train was just a lot funnier, personally.
Bullet Train?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, a lot funny, but yeah, I'll say overall, it's stuff that landed with one moments. I just love the energy of Bullet Train.
Oh yeah, that's just such like that's just a thrilling ride.
And the creative, yeah, exactly. So it's like, but I don't think it's super better, but maybe it is better. But I think it's around the same in terms of like in terms of like quality. I think they're both pretty good. But maybe Bullet Train has a slight edge over it. I'll probably say, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think that's all we have to say about this movie here tonight, folks. Please make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Go support your local movies, local movie theaters. If you want to see this movie, go see it in theaters. Support David Leitch and the people who help make this movie.
Yeah, because if this movie could make a good profit, then they can make more.
Yeah, then we have more movies like this in the theaters. So if
and
this
not be a low quality streaming service sequel.
Exactly. No one wants to see that. People want to see an actual real attempt at more movies like this, even if they're not sequels.
Yep.
Yeah. So please support movies you want to see with your wallet. Go out there and see them in the theater. Like and subscribe and all of that. And we catch you next time for some more videos.
Yeah. But truth reality, when I read them, like really ruin movies, not necessarily MC, whatever else. It's really even IP9 was just it really was a streaming. Streaming service made it feel like, you know what, like that dumb idea to fucking release movies over streaming that year of COVID was a bad move.
That was awful.
They should have postponed it.
Yeah. Because at least you would be able to make some money. But here it's like, no, he's not making anything. Because no one's going to fucking.
And then they stuck to the phone the reason simultaneously. No. Because the people with the reasons they don't have to get up and spending money in theaters, they're just going to stay here.
Yeah. Because it's infinitely more convenient.
Exactly. You need to keep the movie theaters in business. So it's like, when it comes to big movies, release them in theaters. Because movies are meant to be seen on the big screen.
And that's how movies really make money. Because they're not going to make that much money off of just being on fucking Max or whatever.
And back in the day, used to be DVD sales, but we don't really do that anymore. So
no.
So you kind of have to make money in theaters. You know what I mean? And once you make enough, then you can do licensing and make money off of that.
Exactly.